Your name.
It's Prerna. I either get really weird looks or I get like, I totally get it, but I'm not gonna say it back to you because I'm gonna fuck it up. It means a word in Hindi. Because I don't know, my mom didn't speak Hindi super well, so she said it funny. But basically, to like really roll your R's, and I never did. Like, we were just like, very quickly, I like skip one of the R's sometimes. But I think there's something to be said about code switching too. I bet I like say it differently in India than I do here. Generally, I just tell people, I spell it for them. So I'm just like, it's Prerna, like Prerna. Yeah. And then they kind of get it. But what I hate is when they, like if you've known me for 2 years, you like say my name a certain way and then you like change it one day because you're like, I feel like this is wrong. Oh, I get so furious because I'm just like, I don't care how you end up saying it as long as you stick with it. Don't like, I think it's something to be said about the guilt that someone else has. Because then their guilt becomes my problem.
Yeah, I know.
If Americans are trying to roll their R's, it just sounds inappropriate. It's like, you can't do that. Just don't do it. Let me try it. Okay. Prerna. Okay. Maybe that's more like it. I grew up speaking Hindi and English mostly, but she grew up speaking English and Tamil. Generally, the people from the south of India don't really speak Hindi. Well, I have a Tamil name too.
You do?
It's Pichamma.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's weird. It means when I was born, I like almost didn't make it because I was like a preemie baby. So it means it's like, so it's super religious, right? Like, so it means like the goddess of the beggars or something, quite literally. So like begging for like the child to be bought. My doctor's name was Prerna, the one that delivered me.
It's all about the miracle.
Yeah, she's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna name my doctor's name as my daughter's name. It's so funny. Yeah, it's kind of creepy actually. It's like, yep, here's my daughter, Prerna, that you delivered, Prerna.
That's so sweet, actually.
It means inspiration. It's a common name, but not like super common, I guess. I mean, everything is a common name in India. Like everybody has some name that's similar to someone else's. I'm very against that. I have like, very strong feelings. I'm just like, you will learn my name because you have to. I think that if I'm that lazy or tired or something, or I don't want to deal with it, I just like if I'm with someone else, I just give their name. So whoever is there that has an easier name. I like, if it's Starbucks, I try to order online, then I don't have to deal with it. I guess if my name could be shortened, I would do that probably also. Like, I don't know what that would be. Like, prayer? PR? PR is kind of cool. Yeah, maybe that.
Public relations.
Sounds fitting, yeah. People say all sorts of weird shit though, because they're always like, so why? Because I don't have a last name. I just like don't have a last name. So I have a middle name, which is my dad's name, but I don't have a last name. So my passport, when they made me my passport when I was younger, my dad made it for me, or whoever, I don't know, my mom or my dad or someone made it for me, and they didn't give them a last name because it wasn't necessary. They knew that there's a certain community in the south of India that like doesn't have last names. So they were like, fine, we'll just put her one name. So I don't even have my dad's name on it. So because of the passport, it sort of got blown out of proportion because in my passport it just says Prerna. The reason why it's harder here, I think, from as how I understand it, is that they categorize you by your last name, right? In India, they don't do that. It's not necessary to categorize people by their last name, I guess. Yeah, I kept thinking of changing it to my dad's name as my last name because I like it. It's a fun name. It's long, but it's fun. But then I was like, I like have everything as just Prerna. And now to switch it all back would be way more work. Yeah, I'm like, I already did the work to figure this out and I'm just going to leave it. Everybody thinks it's like an artist name and it's not.
Okay.
I'm just like, I wish I was that cool, but I'm not. It's mostly funny, but like it's really excruciating to deal with it sometimes. So sometimes it's just Prerna. So 2 names. Sometimes it's Prerna, just Prerna, And then sometimes it's Prerna unknown. Sometimes it's FNU Prerna. So that's family name unknown. Super
Prerna
weird.
unknown.
Prerna unknown. Yeah, that's my social security name. It's super weird.
They had to put that in.
Yeah, because they were like, we can't not. Otherwise you won't like the computer doesn't understand no last name. You need to put no last name in. Otherwise it doesn't get it. My school last name, my U card says Prerna unknown.
Really?
Yeah, it's so funny. You'll see it. It's actually really funny. Yeah, but my license just says Prerna. It's super weird. I don't know. It feels convenient in some ways. Because it's kind of just like, I just have one name. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? But most people are like, no, you don't. I was like, no, I really do. Like, why would I joke about this at a dentist appointment? Like, I'm not trying to, like, get a kick out of this early in the morning at 8 a.m. But, like, I'm not trying to, like, adopt unknown as a last name. Because then it's, like, the same thing. Then I might as well have a real last name, you know.
Yeah.
The unknown's more just, like, a
So
funny
you
joke
didn't
to me.
accept it as a joke for...
I mean, I thought it was really funny in the beginning, and then I was like, I can't believe this. Like, I think it bugs me how stubborn the system is. I think I've heard this story, which I don't know whether it's true or not. But the story is that because of the caste system in India, like, our great ancestors, so we're from, like, I mean, I guess right now it doesn't really matter, but we're from the, like, highest class in some ways. And so our ancestors thought it'd be really smart. Because from someone's last name, you can tell what caste they are, kind of. So they thought it'd be really smart to drop the last name, and then no one will ever know. But it backfired, because we're the only ones that didn't have a last name. And it's like, of course, you're the highest class, and, like, of course you dropped your last name. And it's like, so I think it's, like, a funny story how it ended up being. It feels cool. A little bit, but it's kind of, it's a little bit of a hassle. I get pulled over at the airport all the time because I don't have a last name. Like, it's like a problem. Or like my passport just says Prerna, but my tickets can't just say Prerna. They have to say FNU Prerna. So they're like, you're not the same person.
Any official thing you have to do is like a headache.
Yes, exactly. Because it's like, I don't know which one of these freaking 10,000 names it is. I don't know. Like, I like go through my list of 6 names and it's probably one of them. I'm just like, is it this one? Is it this one?
Prerna dot.
Yes. Unknown. FNU. Not applicable. I think there's like NFL, no, or NLN, no last name. And what else? Prerna. Because, they need official documentation that your last name is Prerna. Like, I can't just... Like, if I'm getting an Amazon order, I can say my last name is Prerna and they're not going to care. Yeah. But if I'm, like, trying to get my, like, I don't know, diploma, they're like, no, that's not your last name. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit. You'll get your diploma as Prerna
unknown. Yeah. I mean, I don't really care. It doesn't really matter, but it also kind of matters a lot. It's funny.
I'm unknown in a way in the legal system.
Yeah, it's kind of bizarre. Like, it's pretty fitting for the kind of person I am. Like, Capital One keeps, like, canceling my credit cards. Because they're like, your last name has an issue. And I'm just like, I sent you documentation like 10 times. Why won't you just let me have no last name? Good question. I don't think I've ever thought about it. It is. It's a durational performance that never ends. I think, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like all the difficult part is done. At this point, I feel like I've already struggled and figured out ways to get things done with the one name. So now I feel like proud that it's like the thing that I'm sticking to rather than like resorting to the general norm. Like, I think I feel like very strongly about like bending my ways for the system rather than the other way around, because that's how it should be. Like, they should be able to like accommodate me, like, rather than the other way around. I don't know. I mean, at this point I just feel like it's kind of fun to have this like weird multiple identity thing going on. But ask me in 20 years, maybe I'll be like, I'm so fucking sick of this.